All right, hello and good morning, or late night, whatever you want to call it. It's 2:30 in the morning. Whoop whoop. 2:30 a.m. my time. I may have went to bed too early. I think I went to sleep at 6:30 p.m. Tell me that's not crazy. Yeah, that was. I'd definitely be going back to bed. Sharon, welcome back. We're glad you're home and okay. Are you chilling? Are you better? You got 3 little bitty holes. Did they do it through your belly button, by the way? They went through my groin area, my belly button. Maybe it was just 2 holes. I don't remember how. Yeah, it's sore for a little while. Yeah, I couldn't believe they went through my belly button. Why would you make another hole there? I thought that was weird. Tina, hello. Three holes. That's what I have. 1 in the belly button, 1 somewhere, and 1 down. Just little holes. Sore, though. Oh. They do it with cameras. Inintrusive or unintrusive or something they call it. Still hurts. Sore. Hell, I had to go to training right after it happened. 2 days later, I was back at training. PT exercise is terrible. Yeah, I must say I didn't really enjoy that at all. But then again, I went to the hospital. I was in bad pain. I just had that pain that felt like, I don't know, my stomach was just aching and hurting and hurting and aching. And then I went to the hospital. Bob, what's up? Man, they had another earthquake a few hours ago in Cebu. Yeah, that's what I had. I had severe pain and I went to the hospital because I couldn't figure it out. They had a 6.0 earthquake again in Cebu a few hours ago. Imagine everybody run outside the house again. Now they're sleeping downstairs. They're afraid. That's a lot of earthquakes lately. The ground is finally letting loose. They're really getting wore out with earthquakes. Yeah. But it happened at dark, so you won't see any photos till tomorrow. It's actually crazy. Yeah, I went to bed like at 6:30 p.m. I spent the whole day just crashing out doing nothing. So I decided to get up instead of just lay around, toss and turn. You stay in bed too long, your back will hurt. I got up, let's see, what time is it now? It's 7:30 in the morning. High on the morphine, or I would have came into your lab. At least you get meds. You're lucky you got meds. I don't remember what, yeah, they gave pain medicine for that, I do recall. Yeah, I did get pain medicine for that. Now, here's a funny thing. Ask if they took out your appendix or they removed your gallbladder, or are they the same? This is the question. Yeah, it could have been either one. Did they write down appendix or gallbladder? It could have been either one. I never did figure that out. I had an emergency appendectomy. Not the same. Okay. Well, I had the emergency appendectomy. I hope you had good insurance. My emergency surgery was $56,000, but covered by insurance. Sharon, what was it? Your phone cut out? Sharon had an emergency appendectomy and a singular breast enlargement so she could play softball. You already had the gallbladder removed. Okay. It's funny, as we get older, they keep removing our parts. Hell, why do we have so many extra parts if you don't need them? Really? Anybody and their brother gets the appendix removed, or gallbladder, or both. My buddy died, though. He was drunk. Appendix burst when he was dead-ass drunk, and he died. You're lucky you knew about it. That Norway guy, a friend of mine, neighbor in the Philippines, he's alcoholic. He was dead up drunk, appendix burst. He didn't go to the hospital, and he died. I thought he'd die on a motorcycle. Old people's stuff, I guess. I don't know. Appendix is pretty popular all ages. I don't think it's old people. Yeah, I'm pretty sure appendix is like, I've heard many people have that. Matthew, hello. Yeah, my buddy died. He was a hardcore motorcycle rider. Son of a bitch, riding that bike drunk as hell. You couldn't drive, too much pain. Yeah, when mine happened, my dad had to drive me to the hospital. I couldn't either. It started like at night or in the morning, and it got worse and worse throughout the day. And I said, man, you got to get me to the hospital. Something's bad wrong. Thammer, what's up? What are you doing awake, Thammer? I went to bed at 6:30 p.m., so I got a good excuse for being awake. I'm looking on Facebook to see if they're reporting this. They had another earthquake in Cebu. Can't sleep? Me too, I woke up. Cebu had a 6-point-something earthquake, but I don't see any news about it yet. Vanjie and Cole and all were freaking out. It was in Cebu, right near the house this time. Well, hopefully that'll let loose most of the pressure in that ring of fire, and they won't have any more earthquakes for a while. But you never know. Hell, that's 3 or 4 now. It's pretty bad. Yeah, I don't see anything about the earthquake. It's 7:30 in the morning. They ought to be up and talking about it now. I don't see anything. Usually you'd hear about it by now. Maybe where it's at, there's no internet. I know when they looked out the house windows and look up on the hill, well, when the appendix burst, bacteria stool leak into the abdomen, causing severe pain, pocket severe response, infection, failure to bowel symptoms after the including worsening abdominal. Yeah, that's what I had. My ruptured appendix is a medical emergency. Yeah, my buddy was dumb. Did not go to the emergency. He was dead drunk. Even when it's swollen, they give you an emergency appendectomy. They did for me. So Sharon, you went to the hospital, they did an ultrasound, and then you went in surgery within like 30 minutes? They try to hurry and get it before it busts. That's the goal. Yeah, that's what they do. They look, oh shit, and then they immediately schedule a quick surgery. Sharon's been absent 2 days or so. She's been in the hospital. She had an emergency appendectomy. I don't remember how they found mine. X-ray, CAT scan, hell, I don't remember. Well, here's something about it. Another strong earthquake said it was a 6.0. Right in Cebu. Huh. That painful. Hope she recovers. Yeah, they do. The recovery is the second you get ready to do the surgery. They put 3 holes in you and remove it quickly. But you're sore for a few days. The weirdest thing is they cut a hole in your belly button. Yeah, they cut in your, I just didn't think that was a good idea to cut the hole in the belly button that's already been a scar. Kind of strange. One of the holes is right in the belly button. Strange stuff. 7.4 followed by 6.9 and a bunch of smaller ones. Yeah, those are the 2 days ago. There was another one around a few hours ago. Yeah, there was another earthquake a few hours ago. I just found that one on the news. So 7.4, 6.9, and 6 something else today. Increased sunspots lately, 6 comets, an interstellar object influencing the field of the sun, which Earth's magnetic field causing more earthquakes maybe. Huh, could be. Hell, I don't know. I'm no physicist. I can't tell you how that works. I know a couple of days ago we had the, what's it called, the full blood moon or something, which is normal occurrence every year. Passed him to Randy. I could have used him. A little late now. Yeah, I could have used those pain meds. Actually, probably not. Imagine if you take them and you can't get better. It makes your healing slow down. That would suck. But I think with internal, it's different. You know, it's your organ they took out. It's not like your bones trying to heal. I can walk now. I'm just paranoid. I'm afraid to put weight until I have another x-ray and everything in next week, not till the 20th. And if he says everything's good, I'll start walking. Oh, wow. Did you see all the earthquakes in the Philippines? Jesus. Check this out. Look at how many earthquakes there's been just in the past week. This is crazy. See if I can show it. They had a 4.8, a 4.5, a 4.4, 5.5, 6.9, a 4.1, a 5.1, a 4.9, a 6.2, a 7.4, 5.3, 6.7, 5.5. Jeez. How about stairs? Can you climb yet? No, I wouldn't attempt to climb stairs. That's a lot of earthquakes. Maybe it will release all of the pressure, huh? Yeah, they have earthquakes all the time, but not like this. These are pretty big. All these are in October, by the way. The first one was October 5th. This is just October. This is not year-round. This is just the month of October starting on the 5th. Yeah, that's just October. Are there volcanoes in the Philippines? Oh, yeah. They got volcanoes. Did you hear about the bomb factory exploding in Tennessee? I did. I seen the pictures. It leveled that place. There wasn't even a parking lot left. I've seen the before and after pictures of that bomb factory. That was crazy, huh? It's like even the cement was gone. There's nothing left. It leveled it. It obliterated. Did they find anybody? I think everybody just exploded with it. They probably just found parts and pieces of people. It's flat. Did you see the pictures, Thammer? It was crazy. It was a building with a parking lot, and then it's nothing. Even the rubble was gone. It's just obliterated. I wonder what kind of bomb they were making there. There was some military bomb or something. They definitely played. That's some scary stuff. Factory like that should be fully automated. You would think so in today's world if you're making bombs. It should have been fully automated. I guess somebody has to make them. Or something. You're right, though. Why can't it be automated just like they could do it remotely with robots? Like a video game, instead of having people in there with that. Must have been some pretty damn big bombs they were making. Four dead and 16 missing. Well, the 16 missing, they just can't find them. They've obliterated. They dissolved. Yeah, they won't find them. So they found 4 bodies and then 16 people missing. They're obliterated. If you see the picture, Matthew, there ain't no way there's a piece of those people left. Your favorite white t-shirt? Yeah, I'm wearing my worst white t-shirt. This t-shirt's got more holes in it. It got holes in the front, the back, and the side. Those people are atomized. Yeah, they were. There ain't nothing left of them people. They're going to have to get out and pick up pieces to do a DNA test. Can you start playing Overwatch? I haven't looked at that. Have I? I don't remember if I looked at that or not. I'd have to check. Yeah, they're going to have to do soil samples to find out those people they say are missing. You know what? If you go to work in the morning and your building explodes to powder, you're dead. You're not missing. I'm sorry, but you're dead. They're dealing now with the issue of more things haven't exploded yet. Oh, Lord. Huh. Maybe it was partially underground then? Building didn't look that big. Maybe the facilities was mostly underground, huh? We'll never see everything because they were doing stuff for government. They ain't going to show us how they did it. Yeah, they were doing work for the military or something. Have you heard, Randy, the Halloween song? I don't know it. Hell, I haven't heard nothing, dude. I live in solitude and obscurity. I only know about the Philippines earthquake because my family tells me. Other than that, and the Tennessee thing came up on Facebook, so I seen the pictures. But I really don't. I have no idea what's going on anywhere in the world. If somebody don't tell me, I don't know. Give it a listen. I'll do it. About that, it doesn't make sense to me. It feels like something ain't right. You never know. Cider Hill's Halloween attractions are going all across America right now. Is it? I'll have to check it out. I definitely, like I said, I don't know what's going on anywhere about anything. If I was kidnapped by an alien and they wanted information about Earth, they'd kill me because I don't have no information. I don't know what's going on down the street. I have no idea. If there's a major event, I just appreciate people letting me know so I'm not ignorant. Your government has you tied up. I just don't listen to nothing. I don't really pay attention to anything. I don't care. This political nonsense got me burned out. I can't take it no more. I make sure I turn it off. I just can't handle it. A bunch of dumbasses. I just don't want to hear it. Really. I'm just tired of all the dumbass politics crap. That got me, I haven't watched TV in 8-9 years. And then this political shit that's been going on, I'm way over it. Yeah, I can't handle X. You can't watch anything on X. Everybody's debating politics. I don't give a shit about no politics. Really, I don't care. Government open or close, it don't make a difference. I don't care about all this stuff. Really, I just really I don't give a shit. They get on there every day hollering and hooping like we care. They don't understand most of us don't give a shit. Do you have a sense of how Saudi Arabia feels about us? Saudi's America's best friend. It's just your algo. You have a lot of quick fix videos. Yeah, it's expensive to live in the U.S. now. I'm worried about surviving and staying ahead. You know what? End up working 2 or 3 jobs. That's what happens. It's expensive to live everywhere in the world. The problem is prices have gone up for a decade, but salaries have not. Yeah, the cost of living has quadrupled and salaries really haven't. Only people surviving fairly well are professionals, doctors, lawyers, politicians. Politicians are doing quite well. As soon as they get elected, they become multimillionaires, investors, real estate brokers, and owners. $50K a year you have to make $24 an hour. I hear you. Most people don't make. Yeah, it depends. In the rural areas, you don't get that. I've never been really paid by the hour. I'm always on salary. They get elected by the age 20 years, too. Can't fight death. This is true. Anyway, them people making a fortune in politics. Get vocational skills. Yeah, right now, I was looking that they're looking for electricians in the government, and they're paying like $80,000 a year. They can't find nobody. They need electricians bad. Rich folks buying up all the homes and renting them out. This happens. The problem is the corporations are going and buy neighborhoods. You live off grid in America countryside. This is true. There's a lot of people don't really live out in the countryside. They just drive further to work. But anywhere in America in the countryside, there's still very affordable housing. Hell, I bet I can get a house for $30,000 right now. Easy. You get you a house in Mississippi right now. It ain't going to be in the city. About any countryside, you can find a good home for a good price. A trailer ain't worth it. It's better to get 5-10 acres and a little house. Or buy 5 acres, stick a trailer on it while you build a house. Yeah. Pleasant City, welcome all new residents. My husband makes around 40 an hour, diesel mechanic. See, there you go. They need mechanics and electricians right now everywhere. There's a big shortage. Really, you know what? You don't even have to buy a trailer. What you could do is buy you 1-2 acres somewhere in the country and buy you an old RV and drive it out there and set it up. You can buy old RVs cheap. They're only expensive brand new. You can live in an RV while you build your house. You don't even have to buy an RV with an engine. Just get a little trailer, one of those tow RVs. You could be out there in a damn heartbeat. You just got to think outside the box. It costs money to live in any city on the planet. People trying to sell 1 acre for $10K. Well, you need to go further out then. Just got to go further out. You can find it. Just take some hunting. The problem, everything you look online, is somebody who's trying to make money in that property business. You just got to go further out. Find somebody, you can get her done. It's not easy now. It's not like you're opening a can of noodles. You definitely got to look around. $10K for cheap nowadays? I don't know. Get out of the city, you can afford it. Here in Riyadh, froze the rent the next 5 years to make it affordable for people. I seen that. I seen that on X that Saudi did a rent freeze so people could afford the rent. A lot lot of countries. California did that years ago. I don't know what happened to it. There was rent control throughout California. And as soon as it ended, all the prices quadrupled. But California was rent control. But then they got another, what do you do to ship to Philippines? I use LBC. I wish Trump would do that. They can do it. In the South here, land is reasonable. It is, can be. It's just when you want to live in a decent community, kind of a yuppie type city, doesn't have to be a big city, just yuppie city, you're going to pay money. It's going to be expensive. It ain't cheap. Hell, go try to live in Cebu. It's expensive. Robin, hello. I don't see how people in the Philippines buy houses. Only people that work abroad can buy houses. McDonald's start at $14 an hour now, do they? LBC standards for what name? I don't know. LBC's everywhere. They're the best for sending to Philippines. You use LBC, and they got something called a Bayakan box, and you don't pay any customs or duties. It takes about 2 weeks by air, or a week. Or you can do it by the ship, and it's half price. It takes a month or two. Mortgage. Most people, a lot of people don't have no credit. They can't get no mortgage. Will you ever go back to the U.S.? Yeah, I will. I'll probably go and visit next year. I'll go back and visit soon, next few months. My sailboat, the guy went out in it yesterday. We're starting, Thammer, that charter and fishing thing. See if I can make a little money on my boat. You got to ship from U.S. to Middle East. If you're shipping from the U.S. to Middle East, then you need to use DHL. What part of U.S.? Well, I'd be flying to Miami. My sister will pick me up. And then from there, I don't know where we'll go. Let me know when you get to Marion, Gas City. I hear you. Well, the first thing we'll do is we'll fly into Miami. My sister will pick me up, and we'll go from there. That would be definitely the first place. What happened to the boat? He sold it finally, thank God. The south part of the states is better. Yeah, it can be. Overlooking 5-bedroom single detached house. Cebu City, $385,000. See, how do people buy them? I don't understand. I don't know how they buy the houses there, where they get their money. They don't have big salary. Tina, you're going to go? See you soon. Yeah, I'm glad I got my houses at a really good deal a long time ago. I got lucky. I got 2 houses paid for. I ain't got to worry about anything. And one's been rented out 2-3 years. Alhamdulillah, I got 2 houses. I ain't got to worry about nothing. I don't have a housing problem. What's up in Saudi? Man, I don't know. It's 2:33 in the morning. I went to bed like at 6:30 p.m. I fell asleep too early. And then I woke up because they were calling me, sending me pictures. There was another big earthquake in Cebu a few hours ago. They're getting the hell rocked out of them. A lot of earthquakes in the Philippines this month. And not little bitty ones. They're all big earthquakes. Yeah, Saudi did freezing rent. Look it up. They did the rent freeze for 5 years. I've had to rent a house. What a pain in the ass. It is. No, the rent freeze means they can't increase the rent for 5 years. You still got to pay your rent. They can't do hyper rent increases. That's what a rent freeze is. Dr. Hamza, hello. Yeah, they ain't gonna give nobody free rent. That would be unfair to the building owner. Better head to your sailboat. I can do that. We'll see. Ain't nobody doing no free rent. New YC is having nor'easter and it's very cold. Is it? People are trashy when it's not their property. They are. What convo is going on? We were talking about the price of housing around the world. Then they were talking about Riyadh. Saudi did a rent freeze to keep the housing price the same. Just the price of housing around the world is outrageous nowadays. It's hard for people to buy a house nowadays, that's all. It's really gone. In a city. Now, you can live in the boonies cheap, but in a city, anywhere in the planet, is expensive. That's the way it is. People think you go to Asia or somewhere it's cheaper. It's not cheaper at all. It's very expensive. You go to the Philippines, it's high price there. It's only cheap if you live in the jungle, sleep in a bamboo hut, and eat rice and pig feet. I ain't gonna do that. It's only cheap if you live like a native in a jungle. Beautiful weather in Springfield, Illinois. Whoop whoop. Can't stand the city. Cities are cheaper. I mean, cities are expensive. That's the way it is. I'm just curious how people pay their rent in the Philippines. I don't know where to get the money. You like the boonies? The boonies is nice. The boonies is good. Nothing wrong with the boonies. I love the boonies. We only live in the city because Vanjie and Chanel, everybody else likes the city. If it was up to me, I'd be living in Mindanao. I don't like living in the city. If it was my choice, we'd already be living in Mindanao. It's very quiet, very open. You can live anywhere. You can find cheap stuff over in Mindanao. I like Mindanao. But you know, everybody got a phobia about Mindanao. Everybody thinks it's dangerous. Hell, I've been going there 30 years. I ain't never had no problem. Has a bad reputation to be a bit dangerous. Yeah, lots of people in America send money to the Philippines. What's up, Trailer Trash Tornado? I think half of the country's income is remittance. Mindanao says, yeah, it's always been a no-travel zone, but that's where my mother-in-law's from. We always go. It's always on the bad list when you go to the U.S. consulate. It says don't go there. It always has. I was going there during martial law. Once an old man who worked his whole life, managed to buy a house because price kept rising. He lived humbly, rented a room. Neighbors and help came together, bought him a small home. Kindness, you freely, always finds its way back. There you go. David, hello. Yeah, I see these miracle stories where people come together and buy somebody something or do something, but I don't think you can live your life dreaming that that's going to happen to you. I think you got to just say, hey, that's cool, God bless them. But you can't, you can't live a life thinking some miracle's going to happen. You end up sleeping in your car. And a lot of people end up sleeping in the car, and then they can't afford to pay everything, and they end up getting their car towed. It gets a never-ending circle for people that end up in a bad situation. It's not good. Yeah, it's rough. This lady and her two daughters, I watched an interview last night. This lady and two daughters been homeless 8 years, living in a van. And they look normal people. They weren't drug addicts or nothing. How can a mother and two children live in a van for 8 years? I mean, they were clean, good-looking people. Just didn't look like your typical, scabby-faced, alcoholic, drug addict people. They looked normal people. Old timer went in a new house and asked, great, how much is this one? They said, sir, just a kidney, half your soul. Laughed and said, good deal. But I sold both last month's rent. That's true. It's ridiculous. It is crazy. I watch that Human Good at Surviving. They are. A lot of you folks don't want to hear it, but you have to remember the aptitude of the common person and their ability to make a living and manage their money and their life is very limited. You don't understand the low IQ people that really just don't, they can't really understand how to get it together. They were never taught finance. They were never taught what's important. And they end up homeless and in a bad situation. Now, usually the family would help out, but I guess these people don't have no family. That lady and her two daughters, I guess they didn't have any mother, father, or cousins, I would think. Hell, I don't know. Not having any family would suck, or you can't sleep nowhere. The biggest thing that we did in America is tell people they got to move out of their house at 18, get to work, go to college, and start a life and buy a house. You don't need to do all that. You were homeless living in a tent for 6 months. At least you lived in a tent. Them poor old people sleeping on the street. It happens to the best of people. Yeah, it can happen to anybody. I see a lot of those short videos about different people that ended up homeless and how it happened. See, a lot of people, they're only living month to month. If they get fired, they can't pay their rent 2 months, they're homeless. And if they don't have any family, they're on the streets. Stevens Carpenter, have a good night to you also. Good to see you. Have a good one. So you got folks that they got no family. They're just shit out of luck. And then again, if you're a drug addict, even if you have family, they don't want you around the house. So you got a lot of those people. I don't know the percentage of people that are homeless because of drugs and alcohol, though. I've never did a Google search on that. Be curious to know how many homeless are actually just drug addicts. It sure is heavy. Lost your job, money was tight, but I worked to save money for my own home now. It was a good learning experience. It will wake you up. It'll wake the hell out of you, won't it? It'll let you know things can be rough. I can't believe I've survived. Yeah, a lot of people, you're right. One bad decision or event away, it's really common. You ever look back in life, can't believe how you made it? It's tough. Life ain't easy. God bless the people born into a rich family with no worries. Hell, it's been a stressful life. I can't believe I'm alive. I've been able to travel, work, do a lot of shit I can't believe. There's a lot of times where I had problems. I make it through it, but what a stressful life. It's really hard. Gary, hello. Yeah, it's not easy at all, man. It's amazing I've made it through life. I've got to see the whole world, made it through life. I ain't rich, but I've got to see everything and do everything. Been there too. You know how it is. We've all been through the struggling. Man, I struggled for years. God, it was terrible. Nothing like sleeping in a tent, being woke up by the cops. Keep my clean. Cops were cool because I didn't drink or drugs. That's terrible. Yeah, we've all been through a lot of struggles. People just don't talk about them. We don't like to remember. I bet you everybody in here has had some crap. Everybody. There's no way everybody here has lived a great, beautiful life. I've had to sell my only ride before just to pay bills. I hear you. You were a captain of a sailboat. Whoop, whoop. Hell, I've done everything, been everywhere. I bet in the 90s, find jobs in America was more easier than today. Oh, it was. If you wanted to work, you could get out and make good money quick. Work 2 and 3 jobs. That's what a lot of people did to get by. In the 90s, in the late 80s and 90s, I was in California working. I made great money. But everything was expensive. But hell, I enjoyed it. I don't remember struggling then because I was always working and having good weekends. I was a Boy Scout camping training helped. There you go. I'd sleep in a tent before I'd sleep on a bench. I see a lot of these people just sleeping on the street. Why don't you get a damn tent? They ought to hand out tents. There ought to be like the government parks and all the golf courses should be turned into camping for homeless people. Actually, every city has a nice golf course. They should fill it full of tents for homeless people. You had a job at a feed store. Oh, God. That's one thing we don't need is in golf courses. Those would make luxurious places for people to camp. Put tents out there. Every golf course, turn it into a homeless camp center. I'd like to see that happen. Be down at Pebble Beach Golf Course, put your tent up. Have a girl driving a cart selling snacks. There you go. They should do that. Hell, nobody using them damn old golf courses. Ain't nobody ever on them. Like 5 people on a golf course. Have you noticed that? How much money they spend every year to keep it lush and green? Nobody ever out there. They'll run you off. Now, yeah, I used to be a hitman, but I found God. There you go. Don't get me started on religion now. Oh. I started watching some I don't even know what it was. I can't explain it. Michael, hello. I started watching some religious nonsense. Not on YouTube. They give you those sleeping documentaries. They just, you listen, they're about 1 to 2 hours long. And you turn it on, you listen to it while you're going to sleep. Last night, what was I watching? Yeah, I got down in a rabbit hole. Let me see if I can see what it was. It was just nonsense. It's wearing me out. Let's look at my history. Oh, here's what I started watching. This is my history last night. Let's see. The empty historical record of Jesus. The lost gospel of Judas. Other ones, just short videos about bicycles. What else did I watch? Everything else is just short videos. I got into that damn, where's that one? These damn documentaries were wearing me out. God, faith. No, that wasn't it. This one here was, I don't know, it's crazy. Historical rabbit hole. It is. It's called The Rabbit Hole. That's the name of it. There are people talking about the lost book of Enoch, the lost book of Mary, this and that. Man, there's so many rabbit holes on religion. Yeah, there's some book of Enoch, they say. There's all sorts of stuff. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't follow nothing. These just pop up on those late night documentaries. I'm looking for some more of these idiot things that I've watched. Oh, what happened to the children of Hitler and his people? The Viking sleep code. I don't know. I watch a lot of nonsense stuff. This guy traveling's interesting. That's about it. Mostly bicycles. Enoch is not part of the gospel. Should film your accident and put it on a fall army. I wish I haven't even been over where it happened. I want to go revisit the area and look at it. I don't know how true this is, but I heard the original Quran was eaten by a goat. You never know what's happening. There's no such thing. Everything original didn't exist or does exist. The thing is, in our mental history, or what we can look back in history, we have to remember things are very wrong. During the days when the Romans ruled the world, they documented everything. They documented every little part of the world. Every person that was arrested, the Romans were the most documented people on the planet. However, we've only discovered 1% of what was documented. Where did everything go? How did they erase the Romans in that short amount of time? They were the most documented. Every little city, every little council, every little street. How come we've only found 1% of the world's documentation? How is that? They documented anything. Somebody born, somebody got in trouble. Everything was documented. And we only found 1%. Where did it all go? Amber, hello. I'm just curious where it all went. Where did all the stuff go? Okay, they wrote it on papers and other things and it all disappeared. But where did it go? Before the Romans, nobody really documented anything. Goats ate all the Roman documents. Ain't no telling what happened to the Roman documents. What happened to all of it? Is the church, did they destroy all the stuff? I'm thinking the church destroyed everything. After the Romans, who conquered the world? The Spaniards and the Dutch. I don't ever see any. You've done any research on the use of a walking cane? Yeah, I can use it. I'm afraid of it though. You can switch it back and forth. I started using the cane yesterday. Yeah, I was using the cane yesterday. It's kind of paranoid. I don't want to put too much. I'm just scared still. If it'd been 8 weeks have passed, then I would go for it and not worry about it. But everything I see online is the minimum is 8 weeks. You want to debate? I don't debate religion. You can believe whatever you want. I don't want no part of it. When the army invaded another back in the days, they always burned the library and the books as a revenge. That's probably what happened. I don't want to debate nobody about no religion. I don't care what people believe. I really don't. It's not my deal. I don't care. You can believe whatever you want. Worship who you want. Believe what you want. I don't care what you do. I don't care who you kiss. You can kiss boys, girls, and goats. I don't care. Hebrew documented more in exists. There's a lot of Hebrew documentation. But all the Romans documents, I guess when they were conquered, they burned all their stuff. Anyway, it is what it is. I shouldn't be concerned. History don't matter. There's no future in it. Did Romans speak in Greek? Hell, I don't know. Rome, they conquered the world. So they conquered everything. So they went into every country. And the Romans, they conquered many countries that didn't speak their language. Don't get baited into, yeah, I don't care about that shit. I don't care about no religion. I kind of interested in his history a little bit, to see how things happened and what went on. Damn, I got to go in the other room. This stupid chair. I cannot sit in this chair. This chair is, this damn side thing on this chair kills my hip. I need that damn callus to grow over that screw hole. Let's go in the other room. I can't hang out here. The Mongols burned Baghdad library. That was algebra invented. Oh, they did, yeah. I forgot about Genghis Khan and the Mongols. Hell, they burnt to half the planet. Yeah, that was a major ordeal. Okay, let's move into another room. Oh, this damn little bump on this chair right here pokes me right in where my screw is in my hip. That damn thing hurts. Ah. God, that hurts. Oh. I got all my bicycle stuff out on this desk. I was getting things ready. Tomorrow I got to pack that bike. It's sold. It's shipping Thursday. I had about 3 more bikes I need to sell. This bike finally is sold. He already sent me his deposit. Hallelujah. Now I got about 3 more I need to sell. I was trying to get them all ready. Oh. Oh. Whew. I think that may be the only bike I keep. This one or a folding bike. Bikes always make me jealous. Look at the room. Yeah, this bike here is this is like $4,000 bike. This is titanium. This is an expensive bike. Belt drive, internal gearing. I have a guy who buys special bikes. My problem is shipping, though. Can't make any money. Shipping, logistics, and finding the bikes that people want. Which bike is the best? It depends on your needs. Best bike is an internal geared bike with a belt drive. But they're so expensive. You pay a fortune. An internal belt drive bike's going to cost you $3,000 minimum. Maybe you could find one for less, but I don't think so. I'm curious what they're going to do with all these e-bikes. These damn no e-bikes, they're no good later. People pay thousands of dollars for a bike, and the battery's $1,000 when they go dead and don't work anymore. There's going to be an abundance of e-bikes available. I've seen them online. Some people can't even give away used e-bikes. It depends on what model you got. Gary, it depends what you're going to do with the bike. If I had $1,000 and I was in the city, I would buy the Fido, F-I-I-D-O. I forget the model number. It's a nice little bike. I don't know. I don't need... There's so many variables. You can't say which bike is the best, but the most dependable is internal gear with a belt drive. And titanium's nice because it rides good and it doesn't rust. There's so many variables. I've had every bike. I can't say which is really the best. They all have a purpose. Oh, let me get my leg up here. Oh. Whew. I rode the bike yesterday around 4 miles. I've been riding the bike every 2 to 3 days. just around the compound here. I get out and I ride 4 or 5 miles, just circles around, laps around the compound. And then it takes 2 days of hurting to recover till I do it again. That's been my physical therapy. Do I miss Earl? Yeah, we could use Earl over here. He'll probably be back here next month. Marcelino's going on holiday. I'm sure Earl will be here in December or November. I'll call Marcelino tomorrow and ask him what's up with that. When's he leaving? So Earl will be back over here in a few weeks, maybe sooner. Yeah, Earl will be back. Maybe I'll call him tomorrow. He can just bring him back if he wants. He's getting ready to go. He don't have time. Work day, hello. As a streamer, has anything bad happened to me? I don't know. I can't. What do you mean? For streaming or for what? I haven't really had anything major. Yeah. You stream, you're gonna be harassed. There's trolls everywhere. I had a lady stalk me for damn 6 months. I had to call the sheriff department. I tracked her down. I called the sheriff department in her neighborhood. When was the last time you went to that fancy meat place? Man, I ain't been there in a few months. Yeah, I had one lady, terrible stalker. It was terrible. Damn lady wore me out. I actually ended up calling the sheriff department. I found out where she lived. I talked to the sheriff. I told him what happened. He went to her house and knocked on the door, and she stopped. I requested the new TV. They never did bring it. I don't know why they're not bringing a TV. How did I track her down? I'm fairly crafty. There's a way. You can track anybody down. People think they're anonymous. You're never anonymous. Where there's a way, there's a will. If you got online, even using a fake name or no name, there's a record there, and somebody can help you find it. He probably called Big Armo. We haven't heard from Big Armo in forever. I wonder how he's doing. But you can always track somebody down. Don't you ever think if you've got online, people can track you down somehow. She was just everywhere posting nonsense all the time, harassing. I don't know, sharing. Everybody remembers. She was just terrible. You've tracked stalkers down before. You can track them down. I usually just ignore them. Yeah, you can find anybody. Anybody can be found. If you log on somewhere, somebody can track you down. And it's not as hard as you think. It's really not. Online world aren't safe as they used to be. No, there's some crazies. She was evil. Yeah, she was crazy, man. I don't know what. I didn't even know that lady. She was a fucking weirdo, man. Just a weird lady. Jim in Chicago. Where's Jim? I haven't heard from Jim in a while. I think he's usually online at a different time. Oh, she's doing anything and everything. I don't know. She's just relentless. Relentless. She's probably bipolar or something. I don't know. She got obsessed with just harassment. It was annoying. It was more annoying than dangerous. Just annoying. That's about the worst one I've ever had. Just some lady in her late 40s, early 50s. It's a headache. Actually, just a headache. I think she'd been hyper-focused. The Canadian girl in the mall, yeah, that was weird. That was kind of, I forgot about that. Yeah, somebody was following me around and showed up where I showed up. And then come up to me like it was, oh, I can't believe you, what are you doing? How do you, yeah, she wanted to marry. And that lady, girl came up to me in the mall. But then again, a lot of people in Saudi that I know online, hell, I meet him, we go run around. He was in Saudi, yeah. But I know a lot of people I've met here in Saudi, good folks. Since I've been sick, a few people from online have came to the house and visited me, bought candy and some snacks. It's been nice. 99% has been good. I don't want to get into this lady. She may be watching under a pseudo name. I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, leave her alone. Let her go on her way. Yeah, just let her go on her way. I don't want to talk about it. People get all hyper. Yeah, there's so many crazy people out there. Must have seen the Speedo shot, yeah. Now imagine being a real celebrity. I hear you, it would suck. I would have came over and bugged you. A lot of people did. I had people come over and drop it in here all the time. I had like 8 Chinese people in here last week. That whole group of Chinese guys I work with came by to visit. Don't stream. There's a lot of people that stream and they think they're going to make a living, and they think they're going to get a following, and they think they're going to get viewers, and they'll do anything stupid or anything weird just to build it up. You can't make no living streaming. It's a hobby. Yeah, you ain't going to make no money. It's just a hobby. 1 out of a billion people make a lot of money. And if you have a real job, you're working all day. You can't be streaming every minute. They don't make a lot. You used to make little, but now you don't make no money. As long as you make enough money to pay for stuff. Yeah, as a hobby, it's pretty cool. Just make it a consistent hobby. That old guy that lives in the desert, yeah, he's a good old boy. We need to go by and see him. I haven't been out in the desert in a long time. He's up in a mountain with some camels now. The problem, they moved all the camels to the remote area, so there's no data out there. It's very hard to get a connection. I think I just enjoy being a chatter for now. Yeah, it's better. Jeff Bezos don't make you pay for streaming. I do now. I have to pay $9 a month now to stream. I used to pay up to $400 a month to keep them all going and all the bells and whistles. I quit all that. So everything you make, they take half of it back. That's what happened. All these companies started charging for everything and taking everything back. You pay a lot of money. I don't do that no more. I just now pay $9 a month for the... But you don't make no money. Yeah. I already crunched the numbers. Ain't no way you can make money. No, you don't make no money. And if you work a full-time job, you don't have the time to put into it. And plus all the stuff you need to get started and get going and stay updated and la 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 la. And then everything's constantly broken. You set everything up and the next day it don't work. They updated something. You got to have a lot of data, and everything gets updated, and everything has to be reset every few days. Really? Every few days you got to fix everything. Shit will just all of a sudden you wake up, nothing works right. Somebody updated something and it messed up everything. That's why I stopped all the bells and whistles. Too damn much work. And then you got to always have at least a good Android phone. You can't stream on anything else. Apple phone always overheats. Screen goes black. You have to have the highest end Samsung to stream. Rest of the phones don't, well, you can't stream with them. You can a little bit, but all in all, you need a good, best Samsung. That's how you do it. Everything else ain't going to do it. I've tried every phone you can have. Hell, I went through hundreds of phones. At the end of the day, just get your good Samsung. I still have I still have a bunch of stuff. I just don't use it. I have mics that clip here. I have all sorts of crap. I have a box of broadcasting stuff in the Philippines. I don't even use it. I sent it all home. I just quit using it. I have not been to India. That's the only place I haven't been. I don't want to be rude, but I don't want to go there. I just really don't have no reason to go. I was supposed to go, and every time I want to go, you got to have some visa nonsense, got to go somewhere and do something. I actually wouldn't mind going to India. You know, over the years in Saudi, I worked with a lot of good people that actually retired now in India. I wouldn't mind going. Yeah, people IRL stream from everywhere. People stream everywhere. Back in the Periscope days, I used to just watch all the Russian dudes and the people over in Europe. I sold that red mic. I sold the most expensive stuff. Hell, I think I even have cameras here in the drawer. I haven't touched them forever. I do have a good camera. I forgot all about that. You've been to India? Cool. Yeah, I have a good camera. I ought to take it out. Man, now you got me thinking. I wonder if that camera's there. What do you think you'll be able to drive your vehicle again? I'm hoping next week I can drive again. The doctor tell me it's okay to drive. It sucks not driving. It's such a pain in the ass. You know, not driving is a big old problem. Just the little errands I need to do and all, it's a big headache. Hell, I'm sitting there thinking about a camera I bought. I want to go in and look for it. Hold on. Oh. Let's go look in my junk drawer, see what I ever did with one of my broadcast cameras. Oh. This is the drawer from hell. Look at this drawer. It's got so much crap in it. Here's the box to that camera. Where'd the camera go? This is my big junk drawer. I think everybody has one of these drawers. Oh, this is the camera mount right here. I forgot. This is the mount to mount the camera. Everybody has a drawer like this. This is my ultimate junk drawer. Damn, there's the light for broadcasting. Oh, hell, this is a HDMI broadcaster used on high-end cameras with a cam link on it. Hell, I still got a lot of damn broadcast shit here. What is that? I don't know what that is. I got hundreds of USB sticks I haven't touched. I got headphones, cables. Damn, there's the laptop stand. Hell, I forgot about that. There's my Apple box. Damn, there's a damn, I forgot about that. Damn, there's a USB-C dongle. Where's that damn camera? Huh, my camera's gone. I wonder what happened to my good camera. Damn, now I'm curious what happened to it. Now I'm going crazy. Now what's that for? Well, that's pretty crazy. Damn, I found it. I thought, I found this. I have other stuff in the Philippines, but I have enough stuff here to do proper broadcasts. See this. There you go. And you clamp this anywhere you want to clamp it. Oh, hush. And then here's the light, an LED light to make the light strong. That's telling me my battery's dead. It's been doing that for weeks. It does 5 minutes or a couple of seconds of telling me the battery's dead. Hell, I needed this a couple times. And then this is speaker microphones that go on your shirt. Anyway, hell, I'd have put all that stuff together. If somebody wants to broadcast, I can set you up. You don't need all the fancy shit. I've had it all. It's nice to do it. I'm just not into it anymore. If I was gaming and streaming, I would. I wonder if this has a battery. Oh, damn. This goes here. And then this goes into your phone. This is good if you're riding around on a bike or something. I'm going to go ahead and charge it. It may be good. I forgot about my mic. This is good for outside in the wind. Got so many cables. A lot of times when you're broadcasting and you're abroad somewhere, like the Philippines, if I broadcast, it can cost $10 a day just in data. They don't have unlimited data there. High-speed data there is $10 a day to IRL stream. That's crazy. So in the Philippines, if you're going to broadcast daily, and you're still not going to get a good signal, you pay $10 a day for a bad signal. Now I hear they're going to try to fix some of that, but I don't know. $10 a day and your data still sucks. I need to download that text-to-speech app again. What was the name of that? I even bought the speaker so I could hear people. I forgot, what's the name of that software that talks so you don't have to look at your screen when you're driving? Hell, I forgot. I don't want to do it. It ends up being a lot of problem. You know how much stuff you have to do to make everything work together? You got to keep like 5 apps talking to each other and working. Such a pain. I ain't going to get it all started again. It's too much headache. That's why I quit doing all that. The time you get all that shit together, it'll work 3 days and you'll wake up, nothing works. No, not stream elements. Release the Epstein files. Oh my God. What is wrong with you? They're always griping about all the work. Hey, it was too much work, everything not working. Momo, what's up? Well, I think I'm going to hang up the stream now and chill out. I need to lay down for a little bit. I've been up in the middle of the night now for hours. It's almost 4 in the morning. I'm seeing the doctor on the 20th, in 7 days from today. Stick to the bases, no extras. Yeah, it works better. Yeah, we'll see you later. Gank chat, maybe that was it. All right, I got to go now. I got to chill out for a little bit. Next week I can go back in and get all the x-rays to make sure my bone is back together, and then I can try to walk again. So we're 7 days away from possibly being given the okay to walk. Cheers.